Okay, so my name is Andrea Michelle Gonzalez-Martinez. I am a first-generation student, and I am from Mexico State and from a little pueblito called San Francisco de Pechochuca. And just my all-time goal is to finish college and have a stable income. I just really love the outdoors. Most people really think that I'm like an introvert and like stay inside, but I really do like to meet new people, go outdoors, and just spend a lot of time with my family. It would probably be in my vacation. We went to my aunt's little ranchito, and we just stayed outside and we camped outside. We looked at the stars, the fireflies, and it was just a nice time to unwind, and especially since there's no internet connection up there, just like stay off social media and enjoy like time with my cousins and my siblings. It would just be going through difficult moments with my parents. Like, I want to give back to my community so people that are in my shoes, like especially little kids, don't have to go through the same situations that I did, especially through healthcare, having to like translate to my parents and just being really nervous about going into like a clinic or a hospital. I want to like reduce that stress for kids in a way. So I feel like that's what inspired me to start and like major in what I'm gonna do. I think my parents would avoid going to clinics, especially like, let's say one of us got really sick, they would just try to do like at-home remedies instead of like going through all that stress and anxiety about like not knowing what to say or what to do at a clinic. I feel like they probably didn't ask the questions they wanted to ask. Okay. So like once we'd be in the car, they'd be like, Andrea, do you know what this is? Do you know what this means? And I'm like, we could have asked that at the clinic. But they're like, yeah, but I didn't like feel like asking you to say it. I feel like my parents really didn't get all the help they could have gotten, especially like now, like if they ever get sick or anything, they try to avoid going to the doctor, and I'm like, you need to go, but they don't want to go, you know? I feel like it'd just be my parents. My parents are always like encouraging me to like go above and beyond, and I feel like everything I do and what I like study is for my family and for my parents, like just to like prove everyone wrong. Like when they're like, oh, you can't go to college, or oh, you can't, like it's very expensive to go to medical school. They're like, we got this, we can do it, we'll do it together. And I feel like every time I feel like giving up, like I just rely on my parents for like some feedback, and they always push me to keep on going.
Sound like you have amazing parents.
Yes. I don't know what I did to deserve them, honestly.
Oh,
yeah.
So what exactly is it? What's your big dream? What's your goal in your life?
My all-time dream would be to become either a PA or a doctor and open up a clinic in my hometown, my parents' hometown. Especially since I feel like every like government overlooks the small rural areas when it's actually like the places that need it, like the most help. So I would like to open up like a small clinic, like peds clinic. Like I still don't know what I want to specialize in, but I feel like it's going to be peds, and I just want to like help out and give back to my community in Mexico.
You just really lit up and smiled when you said, I think it's going to be peds.
Yes.
Tell me more about that.
Ever since I was little, I would always look at like documentaries, or like working at the hospital these past 2 years, I've really like just always I feel like I always have a good connection with kids, and it's just so surprising how kids are so resilient and come back from anything. Like you can tell a little kid, oh, you're sick, or you're not gonna like, you only have like 3 months to live, but they just give like, they always, how do I say it? They're just so optimistic, and that's what helps them persevere through life. And I don't know. I remember like back in elementary school, they would do career day, and you'd have to dress up as what you wanted to be. And when I looked at my mom and I told her like, hey, it's gonna be career day, she's like, okay, so like, what do you wanna be? And then we both just look at each other and we're like, okay, I wanna dress up as a doctor. So we went out and we grabbed like, we looked for a little white, what do you call it? Una bata, a white robe. and we got like a little name tag, and we just put like Dr. Gonzalez, and it, like I still have that picture, and it's like what I live for, you know?
That's so
But
beautiful.
ever since elementary school, I knew that I wanted to be a doctor. Difficult, I feel like would be navigating through the whole like applying for college, paying your bill, and also trying to find like your network or people. Like, I feel like students, when I went, especially move-in day, Wednesday, is when I see like parents like guiding their kids. They're like, do this, do that. But instead, in like my situation, I have to be the ones like, mom and dad, like we need to go this way, we need to go that way. And instead of it being the other way around, I feel like that's always been like such a big weight on my shoulders, especially being like first daughter, like firstborn kid. So, like I feel like if I was the youngest child, it would be so much different. Like I would at least have a sibling to look up to. But in a way, like what motivates me is I'm like, okay, like I'm the first to like do it. So if I mess up or anything, I don't have any expectations to live up to. Like I'm the one setting like the how do you say, like I'm the one setting the goal, you know? I'm the one setting up the standard in my family. So that's what like encourages me, because I'm like, I don't have to live up to anyone's expectations. I feel like it would be all my friends, all my family, all my teachers and mentors. Like, I feel like one thing about being Hispanic that I love is just how united family is. And I feel like my cousins, my aunts, my uncles back in Mexico and here, like they always support me and everything. And I feel like without my family, I wouldn't have gotten through many things. Like it's just when I feel their support and their love, I'm like, okay, I have to keep doing it to like make them proud, make them like see like that I can do it, you know?
What message would you give to other first generation students who might watch this?
I would tell them to not be afraid of the unknown in a way. Like if you're the first to do it, go ahead and do it. Like it doesn't matter if you fail, if you make it, like just try new things and don't be afraid to do the unknown. I just want them to like look up to me and be like, okay, if she did it, then that means I can. Because over here, I realized that we are all just so lucky to have the opportunities, especially the ones that our high school Carolina offers. Like when I look over there, like they don't have all that support that we have here, like counselors, scholarships and all that. And so in a way, it's so much harder to get like an education. If you get an education or a degree in Mexico, like you made it in life. Well, here I feel like we have it like given at our hands. And so the impact that I want to leave over there would be just for them to look up and be like, I can do it. If she opened up a clinic, then I can open up like a business. I can become a teacher, and I just want to like be their hope, you know, like inspire them.
Wow. Okay.
I would tell them to maybe at that moment they're going through the situation that I was going through, college being really expensive, and you're like, what do I do now? Like if I applied to scholarships really late, and I'll just tell them that to have faith and to just let everything unwind in a bit and just go ahead and apply for it, because nothing is more important than getting yourself the education you deserve. I feel like it just opens up a lot of doors, especially being like first generation students. It's just the stress of your parents having another thing in their like big bill, you know? So it's like just the stress of going up to your parents and be like, hey, so it's actually gonna be this much, instead of being like, hey, it's actually like just 1,000 or 2,000, you know? It just opens a lot of hope and doors to that student. Like this scholarship just meant like one less thing that I had to pay, and that can just be something that I can use next year or like the following years, and it just helps me get through this first year. And so it just like alleviated so many stress that I had. Like I had a lot of stress trying to like look for scholarships and be like, okay, so am I not going to be able to become a doctor? Am I not going to be able to like afford schooling? And so I just say for those who want to like donate it, don't think about it as like giving money, just think about it as giving them hope and like alleviating their stress, because that's really what it is at the end of the day.